2019 was a year of extremes, with the United States experiencing over 1,500 tornadoes, an alarming count well above the annual average of 1,251 tornadoes from 1991 to 2010. The year ranked among the top 5 for tornado activity, with several intense outbreaks carving a path of destruction across the country. Despite the ferocity of these storms, there were no EF5 tornadoes recorded in 2019, but the damage and destruction were devastating nonetheless. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the worst tornadoes of 2019. The majority of tornadoes occurred during the spring and early summer months, particularly in April, May, and June. May alone saw 556 confirmed tornadoes, setting a new record for the month and making it the second most active tornado month ever in US history, surpassed only by April 2011. What made May 2019 particularly extraordinary was its relentless pace. 28 of its 31 days saw at least one tornado reported. The average climbed to nearly 20 tornadoes per day, keeping communities on high alert and emergency responders stretched thin. Remarkably, fatalities remained low, thanks in large part to improved forecasting, timely warnings, and public preparedness. The year's tornadoes were not evenly distributed. The most destructive events occurred during 3 significant outbreaks in May, each spanning multiple days and states. The first of these occurred on May 17th to 18th, producing 67 tornadoes across Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. The storms were intense, but fortunately did not result in any fatalities. Communities affected by these tornadoes saw widespread property damage, including homes with roofs torn off, trees uprooted, and power lines downed. The storms on May 18th were particularly fierce, scattering debris and leaving communities scrambling to recover. For residents, the experience was a chilling reminder of the sudden and unpredictable nature of these storms. May's second outbreak, spanning May 20th to 22nd, proved deadlier. With 119 tornadoes recorded over 3 days, this event was more intense, bringing havoc from Texas through Oklahoma and into Missouri. An EF3 tornado during this event caused severe destruction and claimed 3 lives. The storms left a trail of wreckage, homes flattened, trees uprooted, and vehicles tossed like toys. Survivors recounted their escapes, sheltering in basements as roaring winds tore through their neighborhoods. Emergency shelters became lifelines for those left homeless as volunteers and first responders worked tirelessly to provide assistance. The most prolific outbreak of the year unfolded over 4 days from May 26th to 29th, with 190 tornadoes reported across more than a dozen states. This widespread event stretched from eastern Colorado to Pennsylvania, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. May 27th, the peak of this outbreak, saw 77 tornadoes, the highest single-day total for the year. Among these was an EF4 tornado near Dayton, Ohio, which caused catastrophic damage. Entire neighborhoods were flattened, vehicles were tossed like toys, and power outages affected thousands of residents. Despite the widespread devastation, only 1 fatality was reported in the Dayton tornado, became one of the year's most talked about disasters. Its aftermath, a stark reminder of nature's power. April also brought its share of destruction, with a significant outbreak on April 18th to 19th producing 95 tornadoes, causing extensive damage but miraculously no fatalities. On April 18th, 45 tornadoes wreaked havoc across central Mississippi, while April 19th saw 50 tornadoes spread from Florida to Pennsylvania. The storms caused widespread property damage, toppling power lines and tearing roofs from buildings. However, no fatalities were reported, a small mercy amid the devastation. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Let's move on with our video. March 3rd, however, told a different story. The day marked the year's deadliest tornado outbreak, with 70 confirmed tornadoes sweeping through Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. An EF4 tornado in Alabama caused the greatest loss of life, claiming 23 victims as it obliterated homes and scattered debris across miles. The destruction in Lee County was particularly severe, with entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Survivors spoke of the terror as winds tore apart their homes, leaving many with only the clothes on their backs. The tragedy highlighted the unpredictability of tornadoes and the importance of preparedness and timely warnings. While no EF5 tornadoes were recorded in 2019, the year's storms were no less destructive. Tornadoes rated EF2, EF3, and EF4 caused extensive damage across rural and urban areas alike. Rural communities, in particular, often suffered more significant losses due to the vulnerability of structures and limited access to emergency resources. The persistent tornado activity, especially during May, kept millions of Americans on edge, with weather alerts becoming a near-daily occurrence. Despite the overwhelming destruction, 2019 also highlighted the resilience and strength of affected communities. In the aftermath of the storms, stories of survival and solidarity emerged. Neighbors came together to clear debris, share resources, and provide emotional support. In Dayton, Ohio, residents banded together to rebuild after the EF4 tornado left entire streets unrecognizable. Volunteers worked tirelessly to assist those in need, delivering food, water, and supplies to displaced families. The record-breaking tornado activity of 2019 also highlighted advancements in meteorology. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, provided timely warnings that undoubtedly saved lives. Improved radar technology and better communication channels allowed people to seek shelter in time, reducing fatalities despite the high number of tornadoes. These advancements undoubtedly saved countless lives, even as the sheer volume of tornadoes posed immense challenges. Still, the year underscored the need for continued investment in weather forecasting and public education to mitigate the impact of future storms. However, the events of 2019 also underscored the need for continued investment in disaster preparedness and mitigation. Tornadoes remain one of the most unpredictable and destructive forces of nature, capable of wreaking havoc in minutes. Strengthening building codes, enhancing public awareness campaigns, and investing in resilient infrastructure are critical steps to reducing the impact of future storms. The financial toll of the 2019 tornadoes was immense, with damages running into billions of dollars. Entire communities faced the daunting task of rebuilding, a process that often takes years. Insurance claims surged as homeowners sought to recover from the losses, while federal and state agencies mobilized resources to aid in the recovery effort. For many, the path to normalcy was fraught with challenges, but the collective determination to rebuild remained unwavering. Reflecting on the tornadoes of 2019, the year highlighted the destructive power of these storms, but also showed the resilience and adaptability of communities in their aftermath. From the deadly EF4 tornado in Alabama to the record-breaking outbreaks in May, 2019 was a year that tested the limits of preparedness and response. Yet it also demonstrated the power of solidarity, as neighbors, first responders, and volunteers came together to rebuild lives and communities. As the nation moves forward, the experiences of 2019 serve as a reminder of the importance of vigilance, preparation, and community support in the face of nature's fury. Tornadoes may be unpredictable, but through innovation, education, and compassion, their impact can be mitigated. The resilience displayed throughout 2019 offers hope for the future, proving that even in the face of immense destruction, the human spirit remains unbreakable.